Hey self-lover, your girl ChayilChanda here from ChayilChanda.com, here with another video. Today we're going to talk about choosing to change. Sometimes we go through things in life that we know are going to change us. What if we had the ability to choose how that thing changed us? If that interests you, stay tuned. All right, so choosing to change. I got my iPad here to kind of keep me on track. But when we go through things in life, I just believe that we have the ability to decide in that moment how the thing that happens is going to change us. I believe that we have the ability to decide if we're going to choose betterment or trauma. I believe that when we are aware of what's going on, if we could take a moment to become aware of what's going on, that we can choose betterment over trauma. There are three things that have helped me be able to make the choice of betterment over trauma, and I'm going to share those with you because I believe that if you choose to apply them, that when life happens, that you can choose betterment over trauma as well. The first thing is to pray. And it may seem very cliche, but I believe that when we take a moment to pray while we're in that moment, as well as after, we can ask God to help us decipher what's going on. Ask God to help us decipher, what am I supposed to learn from this? And ask Him to help us determine how we're going to be changed because of it. I just believe that we can ask Him to make us better, to make us learn the lesson, to make us see what it is that we're supposed to see from that, so that we can make a decision, a conscious decision to say that I'm going to be better because of this. Or I am not going to be traumatized because of this. Okay. The second thing is to release. Self-love, we have to stop holding on to everything. When we go through life-altering situations, we have to be able to get that out. If you don't have a therapist and a pastor, I suggest that you get both. I believe that we all need an unbiased ear, someone who can give us life coping mechanisms, practical, like tangible things that we can do, life coping mechanisms that are healthy, that will help us to navigate life after life-altering situations happen. You should also be able to talk to your spouse or your life partner about the situations that you're going through. They should be able to be a listening ear for you. Your family, your friends, your good friends, there should be somebody that you can go to and get that out. We internalize everything and then we wonder why we're sick or why we're going through so much pain or why we're so stressed. We have to release that. And then when all else fails, girl, get your journal. Pull out your journal and write down your thoughts. Like recently, I've started prayer journaling more often. And I find that when I'm just writing in my journal on a regular day, that it turns into me praying. It turns into me talking to God. It's kind of one of those things that it just happens to me now. But if you don't have someone that you can talk to, pull out your journal, a piece of loose leaf paper, grab your laptop or your iPad and just start typing out your thoughts. You have to be able to release the things that happen to you, the things that you go through, so that you don't internalize it and keep that in. And then the third thing that has helped me be able to choose betterment over trauma is to say thank you. I have to be in a mindset where I can thank God for choosing me to go through whatever the situation is. Thanking myself for making the choice of betterment instead of choosing trauma like I have so often in the past. Thanking yourself for growing enough to be able to make that decision to choose betterment over trauma. In the end, I do believe that sometimes we get to choose. And in those moments that we do get to choose, we need to choose. Recently, I experienced a situation that kind of prompted this video, and I noticed myself in the moment choosing these three things. During the situation, of course, I was praying, but I was also digressing and texting my husband, who was my sounding board when I was going through it. And then later, I had a conversation with my best friend, and I just want to share a few of the things that they shared with me concerning that situation. The first thing is that situations that change us affect us, but they do not have to become an attachment. That's a part of that release. Just because it affected you does not mean that it has to be attached to you. You have to choose to let that go. And sometimes we need help, which is why, again, if you don't have a pastor or therapist, then I recommend that you get both. If you need suggestions, comment below so that I can help you find somebody who can help you release. The second thing is to operate in love. Be active, be supportive. Operate in love. When you're in that situation, remember, don't allow it to change you in a way that makes you negative. You have to be able to still operate in love. And then the third thing that kind of helped me see is that some situations are like when you miss an accident. You identify that it could have been worse, but you're grateful that it wasn't. Life happens. And it happens to all of us. You're not alone. But you get to choose how life happening changes you. The change is inevitable, but you get to choose whether you are better or traumatized because of it. All right, self-lover. If you made it this far in the video, I want you to comment, "I am better," below. Comment, "I am better." When you see that you've taken a step to help yourself, your family, or your friends, you become more secure in who you are. You come from just surviving that thing to being able to thrive because of that thing. I love you, self-lover. Make sure that you love yourself. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.